Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, I'll show you how to design this hero section over here using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And we can see that we also have this typing effect over here. So we're gonna create this effect using JavaScript. So let's get started. Alright, so here I created this folder called typing effect and I just opened it with VS Code. So let's create a new file called index.html. Let's create one more file called style.css and one more file called main.js. Alright, let's start with the index.html file. Now in VS Code you can just type exclamation and press tab and you'll have this basic HTML5 code. Let's also link our CSS file over here and let's also link the JavaScript file right here. Now let's start with the markup of our design. So the first thing we will do is we'll create a div and let's give it a class of hero wrap. Now in this division we need to add this text and all these other text elements over here. But before that, let's add two divisions for this. So we can see that we have these grids over here. So we will add a division for the grid and we'll add one more division for the glow. So we can see some glow over here. So let's create two divisions, one with the class of hero grid and let's create one more division with the class of hero glow. Alright, now below that let's create an h1 with the class of hero title and let's add this text over here. Now after this text we need to have the next line of text, which is basically an animation. So for that let's create a span. So I'll just go inside the h1 itself and let's create a span over here. And in this span, let's give it a class of typed word and let's also give it an ID of typed word. And here we will add the word. And then we also need to have this cursor on the right side. So let's create a span for that as well. And let's give it a class of cursor. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is we need to create this paragraph. So I'll just copy this and let's go back. Let's go after the h1. Let's create a p tag with the class of hero sub. Let's paste the paragraph over here. And then we have these two CTA buttons. So let's create a division with the class of hero CTAs. And in this we'll create a button with the class of button primary. And let's add this text over here. And let's create one more button and let's give it a class of button ghost. And here let's add this text. So let's add that over here. And after that we have some stats. So let's create a division for that. Let's create a division with the class of stats. And in that we need to have each of these stats inside separate divs. So let's create a div with the class of stat. And in that we'll have the stat number and the label. So let's type stat num. And for the first one we need to have 3.2 million plus. And then we need to have stat label. And here let's type readers reached. Alright, now let's duplicate this stat and let's paste it 3 more times. I think we have 2 more, so let's paste it 2 more times. And the next one is 180 plus, so let's add that over here. And it is brands grown, so let's add that. And then we have 94% client retention, so let's add that right here. So with that we have added all the elements that we need in our website. So let's open this in our browser and let's see how it looks. So I have this extension called Live Server installed in VS Code. So once you have this extension installed, you can just right click in the HTML file and click on Open with Live Server. And here you can see all the content is displayed over here. Alright, now let's go ahead and style this using CSS. So let's go back to our source code. Let's go to the style.css file. And first of all, let's target everything. Let's set the margin to 0, padding to 0, and box sizing border box. Alright, now let's target the hero wrap. And let's set the width to 100%. Let's set the minimum height to 100 viewport height. Let's set the background color to 0A0A0F. And let's set the display to flex direction to column, and align items to the center and justify content to the center. Now we can see everything is in the center. And let's add a padding of 3 rem and 2 rem. Alright, now let's add the grid. So we can see we have this grid over here. So let's add that. So let's target the hero grid division. So here we can see we have this division with the class of hero grid. So let's type hero grid, and we need to set the position of this hero grid relative to this hero wrap. So here let's type position relative, and here let's type position absolute, inset 0, so that the top, left, bottom and right positions are set to 0. And let's go ahead and set the background image to linear gradient, RGBA 255, 255, 255, 0.025 for the opacity, and let's type 1 pixel. And the next one is transparent, so these are all colors, and let's type 1 pixels over here. And after this, let's add one more linear gradient, and here let's type 90 degrees, RGBA 255, 255, 255, 0.025, and let's type 1 pixel, transparent 1 pixel. So this is how you can have grid for your designs. And let's also add a background size, and let's set it to 44 pixels, 44 pixels. So now we can see we have this grid over here. If you increase the opacity, this is how it will look. So this is the horizontal line, and this one is the vertical line. So in this way you can create grids. So let's also type pointer events to none, because this element should not be clickable. And let's also target the hero glow. So we have this division over here, and let's add some glow in the center. So let's type hero glow. Let's set the position to absolute. Let's set the width to 560 pixels, and let's set the height to 320 pixels. Let's set the background to radial gradient, ellipse, RGBA 124, 58, 237, 0.2, and it should be 0%. And for the next color, let's type transparent, 70%. And this is how it looks. Let's also set the pointer events to none. Right, now let's go ahead and target the hero title. So here we have this hero title with a class of hero title. So let's type hero title. Let's set the font family to space grotesque. But before that, we need to import the font into our design. So let's go to fonts.google.com. So here I'm in fonts.google.com, and let's search for space grotesque, and let's click on get font. Let's go back and let's search for one more font called Plus Jakarta Sans. Let's get this font as well. So now we have these two fonts over here. Let's click on get embed code, and let's go to import. Now you can also add this to the HTML if you copy this code to the head section. For this video, I'll just go ahead and go to import, and I'll just copy this from here, and let's paste it at the beginning of the CSS. So let's paste it right here, and now we will be able to use those two fonts. So here let's type space grotesque sans serif, and let's set the font size to clamp, 2.2 rem, 5.5 viewport width, 3.2 rem. So this is basically responsive font size. Let's also change the color of the text. So let's type color. Let's set it to F1, F0, FF. Alright, now let's go ahead and set the line height to 1.1, and let's set the letter spacing to negative 0.03 m, and let's also set the margin to 0.4 rem. Now if we go back, we can see that we have this h1, and that we have two spans over here for the typed word and also for the cursor. Now let's also add these two spans inside another div. So let's type div, and let's give it a class of typing line, and let's add these two spans inside the div. Right, now let's go back over here, and here let's target the typed word, and let's add some text over here so that we can test it. So let's add one of these texts over here. So let's type rank number 1, and here let's set the background to linear gradient 120 degrees, and for the first color let's type A7 8BFA. For the second color let's type F4 72B6, and for the third color let's type 818CF8. And now here you can see this is how it looks. Now we need to add this background color to the actual text. So for that we need to go ahead and type background clip text, and color of the text to transparent. So now we can see we have the correct color. Let's also align this to the center. So here let's type text align center. Right, now we also need to have the cursor on the right side. So for that we have already created this span with a class of cursor. So let's target this, Here let's type cursor, and let's set the display to inline block. Let's set the width to 3 pixels. Let's set the height to 0.9 em, and let's set the background color to A7 8BFA. Let's set the border radius to 2 pixels for rounded corners, and let's also type margin left. Let's set it to 4 pixels, and let's type vertical align to the middle. So now it looks alright. And then we have the paragraph below the heading. So let's target that. We have this p tag with the class of hero sub. So here let's type hero sub, and let's set the font family to plus Jakarta Sans and sans serif. Let's set the font size to 15 pixels, and let's set the color of the text to RGBA 255 255 255 0.4, and let's set the font weight to 400. Now let's add a max width, and let's set it to 460 pixels, and let's set the line height to 1.7. Let's also add some margin. Let's set it to 1.4 rem, 0.2 rem, and let's text align it to the center. So that's it with the paragraph. Now let's go ahead and target these two buttons. So for that we have this division with the class of hero CTAs. So let's tap hero CTAs. Let's set the display to flex. Let's add a gap of 10 pixels, and now we can see we have this gap. Let's also target the buttons. So we have a button with the class of button primary. So let's tap button primary. Let's set the font family to plus Jakarta Sans serif, and let's set the font size to 13 pixels. Let's set the font weight to 600, and let's add a padding of 11 pixels and 22 pixels. Let's also type border radius of 8 pixels for rounded corners, and let's remove the border. Let's set the background color to linear gradient 135 degrees. For the first color let's type 7C3AED. For the second color let's type A855F7, and let's set the color of the text to white. Let's set the letter spacing. So let's type letter spacing, and let's set it to 0.01 em. Right now we also need to add a hover effect. So for that let's add a transition. Let's set it to transform 0.15 seconds because we're going to move it up a little bit, and also opacity 0.15 seconds. So let's go ahead and type button primary hover, and let's set the opacity to 0.85 when you hover over this, and let's also type transform translate y of -1 pixel. So this is how it looks. Let's also set the cursor to pointer. So this is how it looks, and when we click on this we need to scale it down a little bit. So for that let's type button primary active, and here let's tap transform scale. Let's set it to 0.97. So this is how it looks. Right now let's style the next button. So we have a class of button ghost for that. So let's type button ghost. Let's set the font family to plus Jakarta Sans and sans serif, and we need to add most of these styles over here. So let's create a common class called button, and I'll just cut all of this from here and paste it inside here. We also need to add the letter spacing. So this is the same for all the buttons, and we also have cursor pointer, and everything else can be different. So let's go back to the HTML file, and here let's also add a class called button. So now we can have the same styling for both these buttons, and we can add additional styles over here based on button primary and button ghost. So here let's remove this, and let's set the color to RGBA 255 255 255 0.05, and we need to set the background color to a dark color. So let's tap background. Let's set it to RGBA 255 255 255 0.05, and this should be 0.5, and let's set the border to 0.5 pixels solid RGBA 255 255 255 0.1, and we already have the border radius, padding, and all those things added. Let's add the transition, and for the transition we need to have the background. Let's set the duration to 0.15 seconds. Then we have color. Let's set it to 0.15 seconds, and then we have transform. Let's set it to 0.15 seconds. Now let's add the hover effect for this. So let's tap button ghost hover, and let's set the background to RGBA 255, 255, 255 and 0.09 for the opacity. And let's also move it up. So let's tap transform, translate Y, -1 pixel. And let's also set the color of the text to RGBA 255, 255, 255, 0.85. So this is how it looks. Alright, so now the last thing we need to do in the design is the stats section. So if you go to the HTML file, here we can see we have this division with the class of stats. So let's target that. I'll just tap stats. Let's set the display to flex. Let's set a gap of 2 rem, and let's tap margin top of 2.75 rem. And now let's target the stat num. So let's tap stat num. Let's set the font family to space grotesque sans serif and font size to 20 pixels. Let's set the color of the text to F1 F0 FF. Let's also set the font weight to 700. So here we can see all these stat numbers. Let's also set a letter spacing. Let's set it to -0.03 m. Alright, now let's target the stat label. So let's tap stat label. Let's set the font family to plus Jakarta sans serif. And let's set the font size to 11 pixels. Let's set the font weight to 500. Let's set the color of the text to RGBA 255, 255, 255, 0.28 for the opacity. And let's set the letter spacing to 0.07 m. Let's tap text transform uppercase and margin top of 3 pixels. Let's also bring everything to the center. So here for the container, so here we can see we have this container division with the class of stat. So let's target that. I'll just tap stat. Let's set the text align to center. Right, now let's add some more gap between these stats. So here let's set the gap to, let's try 4 rem. And I think that looks alright. So with that, we have created the UI of our hero section. Now in the next video, I'll show you how to add the animation. So we will have this typing effect animation and also this cursor animation. So we will use CSS and JavaScript for this effect. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.